I think it's a good question whether we have too many state agencies. I tend to think we do.
Governor Henry is talking about agency overload. 200 state agencies spending your tax dollars.
That number jumps to 600 when you add in boards and commissions. So could they merge and save all of us a lot of money? Oklahoma Impact's Amy Lester takes a closer look at the controversial idea of consolidation and talks with at least one business consultant who says it's a no-brainer.
This was the finish of his act in the Ziegfeld Follies.
The Will Rogers Memorial is full of memorabilia, all about an American legend. It sits on a hill in Claremore, and about a mile away,
this is his first gun.
You can find the J.M. Davis Arms and Historical Museum. It's home to the largest private gun collection in the world. Each museum is its own separate state agency. The museum heads defend that.
I like that because we have more local control over our museum.
I think it's important that we stand alone in the sense that we are unique.
Both are appropriated quite a bit of money from the state. This year, the Will Rogers Memorial Museum and Birthplace Ranch in Oologah will get about $745,000. The director's salary is $80,000. The Arms Museum will receive more than $300,000, $54,000 for the executive director. Governor Henry suggested consolidating them with the Historical Society, which operates most state museums with far less funding per site. In western Oklahoma, near Burns Flat, is another agency that made Henry's suggested consolidation list, the Space Industry Development Authority. It will get nearly $425,000 state dollars this year. The executive director's salary, $86,000.
We're blessed that we have this facility.
Bill Curry oversees the airport and spaceport, which is licensed for space vehicles to take off or land horizontally. You may remember a company called Rocket Plane that got an $18 million tax credit to launch its space tourism operation here and take the public to space. That company's now bankrupt and long gone. Curry says others are looking at the facility, and he still believes space flights will happen.
I'll guarantee you I wouldn't be here doing this if I thought it was pie in the sky or if it was a joke. I can assure you that.
That was probably one of the biggest scams ever foisted on this state, and there have been a lot of them.
Representative David Dank insists the Space Industry Development Authority doesn't need to consolidate. The agency needs to shut down. In addition, Dank argues the legislature should force all agencies to justify their budgets and existence.
I think we're going to have to make them accountable. Hey, we have to. We don't have any money. So it's cut, cut, cut. And not cut with a butcher knife, but cut with a machete.
Representative Dank says there are too many state agencies and it's time for consolidation. But what about a business consultant? Someone who goes into businesses and tells them how to cut spending? The one we talked to says the way the state is doing business is not working.
The Scenic Rivers Commission, it's only $279,000, but how many scenic rivers do we have in the state?
When David Tinker looked through the agencies and appropriations, several stood out immediately.
Council on Judicial Complaints, $230,000. Can that not be within the judicial system itself?
He also pointed out the museums in Claremore, the spaceport, and several other agencies that seem to duplicate services.
The size of spending is just shocking to me.
Tinker believes the state should reduce administrative costs by consolidating agencies and school districts and run the government like a business, making sure every dollar provides a needed service.
This is not sustainable. It can't continue on.
Amy Lester, the Oklahoma Impact Team.
Representative Dank says he's prepared to address this issue next session. We'll keep following it. We also asked Governor-elect Mary Fallin and leadership in the House and Senate their opinions. You can find their comments and the list of appropriations for all agencies on our website. For Oklahoma Impact, I'm Alex Cameron.
And you can join Amy Lester tomorrow at noon for a live chat about this story at newson6.com.